Emily Carter loved wandering through the woods behind her house. The tall pines whispered secrets when the wind passed through, and the ground was always soft beneath her boots. It was a place of magic, mystery, and safety, the kind of place only children believed in. One misty afternoon, while walking off the narrow trail her mom told her to stay on, Emily spotted something unusual beneath a twisted tree root. A cloth, old and dirty, poking up through the dirt like a tongue from the earth. She knelt and pulled it out, revealing a small glass jar. It was wrapped in that same filthy cloth, and though it had no label, it was heavy and cold. The metal lid was rusted shut. Emily wiped the mud off with her sleeve, frowning as she noticed her breath fogging up in the air, even though it wasn't that cold. Then she heard it. A whisper. At first, she thought it was the wind. But it wasn't. It was coming from inside the jar. She blinked, tapped it, shook it gently. The sound stopped. She should have left it there. Should have buried it deeper. But she didn't. She brought it home. That night, after dinner, Emily sat cross-legged on her bedroom floor with the jar in front of her. Her mom was watching TV in the living room, tired after her long shift at the diner. Emily stared at the jar. Something about it made her heart race, like it was alive somehow. She unscrewed the lid just a tiny bit. The whisper was louder now. Hey, it said, barely audible. She clamped it shut. An hour later, the power went out. She lit a candle and watched the shadows move like dancers on her wall. That same night, their neighbor Mr. Holbrook was found dead on his porch. Heart attack, they said. Natural causes. But he'd yelled at Emily just 2 days before for riding her bike too close to his fence. Was it a coincidence? The next night, the jar whispered again. She. Emily didn't know what to think. She didn't tell her mom about the jar. Instead, she tested it. She opened the lid during recess. Just a crack. The jar whispered Riley. Riley was a boy in her class. He called her names. That afternoon, Riley broke his leg falling down the library stairs. He said he felt like something shoved him. Emily kept the jar with her always now, hidden in her backpack, tucked under her pillow. She stopped sleeping well. Her eyes had shadows under them. She didn't laugh anymore. Her mom asked if she was being bullied. Emily just shook her head. What was she supposed to say? The jar was always cold, and the cold was spreading. Her fingers went numb when she touched it. Her room was always chilly, even when the heater was on. Her breath fogged the air. She started to hear the whispers when the lid was closed. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, the jar would whisper names she didn't know. People in town started dying. Quiet, sudden deaths, heart attacks, car crashes, falls. And Emily started hearing the names before it happened. She wasn't imagining it. She was sure of it now. But the jar wouldn't go away. She tried burying it. It came back. She threw it in the river. It washed up on her windowsill. She left it at school. It reappeared in her backpack. Her mom noticed the change in her. She stopped asking questions and started worrying. One night, Emily woke up and saw her mom standing in the doorway, watching her sleep. I heard you talking again, she said. Are you okay, baby? Emily didn't answer. The jar was under her blanket, whispering. That night, the jar said something new. Sarah. That was her mother's name. Emily screamed and threw the jar across the room. It didn't break. Emily tried to destroy it. She put it under the wheels of a passing car. The car skidded off the road. The driver died. The jar didn't even crack. She put it in the oven. The flame died out. She tried smashing it with a hammer. The hammer shattered. She whispered into it. Please stop. The jar answered. No. Emily stopped going to school. She sat in her room, staring at the jar. She begged it to stop, but the whispers grew louder. They didn't just say names anymore. They told her things. Ugly things. They told her secrets about her classmates, about her teacher, about her mom, and she started to believe them. She didn't want to, but the jar knew things. Things no one else could. She started answering the whispers, talking back. Her voice got hoarse. The whispering became part of her. Then came the storm. Rain slammed against the windows. Thunder cracked the sky. Emily's room was filled with shadows. The jar sat on her desk, glowing faintly. She opened it one last time. The mist inside wasn't black anymore. It was red. You. It whispered. The door slammed shut. The light bulb popped. Her scream echoed through the house. Her mother rushed in, but the room was empty. Just the jar, sitting on the pillow, silent now. Police searched the woods, the river, the entire town. No sign of Emily. Flyers were posted. Prayers were whispered, but she never came back. Her mother kept the jar. She couldn't let it go. And sometimes, when the house is quiet, it whispers. Names. Names of people who die the next day. She stopped trying to understand it. The jar had chosen her now, like it chose Emily. And maybe one day, it'll choose again. The whisper continues. The house on Pine Hollow Street is empty now. But if you walk past it late at night, you might hear something. Not the wind, not the trees. A whisper, low and cold, calling your name. Will you answer it? Will you open the jar?